Welcome dear students, how are you all? I hope all are ready to listen this video. Today's topic, generations of computers. The development in electronic computer from 1946 can be divided into 5 generations. Division of generations are made according to the technologies used. The period of first generation computers was from 1940 to 56, named vacuum tubes. The period of second generation computers was from 1956 to 63. The name of the second generation computer is transistors. Third generation computers were used from 1964 to 1971, named integrated chips. The period of fourth generation began in 1972 and ended in 2010, named large scale integration. Fifth generation is from 2010 to till date. The name of the fifth generation computer is ultra large scale integration. Ultimately, the 5 generations of computers are vacuum tubes, transistors, integrated chips, large scale integration, ultra large scale integration. Let's see one by one clearly about the generation of computers. First one, vacuum tubes. It was the first generation of computers. The invention of vacuum tubes in the year 1905 was the turning point in the computer technology. This computer was very big in size and used about 19,000 vacuum tubes and needed a large area of space of about 800 square feet. Two demerits of this computer were it could store only a small amount of information and the task of modifying a program was difficult. The power needed by the computer was enough to light a small town. They require a large cooling system because of the production of large amount of heat. Examples of first generation computers are Mark I, electronic numerical integrator and computer, electronic delay storage automatic calculator, electronic discrete variable automatic computer. Mark I was the first fully functional computer. It was developed by Aiken. It was very fast in calculations and took 3 to 6 seconds to add two numbers. Eckert and Muchley developed another computer. This was different from the other computers by its self-checking characteristic and the input of information was by the magnetic tape. The general demerits of the first generation computers were they were too big in size, comparatively slow in speed, lesser accuracy and reliability, large amount of power consumption, and greater amount of heat generation. Next, second generation computer. The second generation computers were comparatively advanced than the first generation computers. The advantages of the second generation computers are they were smaller in size, greater speed, more accuracy and reliability, less power consumption, less heat generation, larger storage capacity, modifying programs were easily. The main feature of the second generation computers was the use of transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Yes, the first generation components used vacuum tubes, but the second generation used transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Moreover, punch cards and printers were used for providing input and getting output. These computers were faster than first generation computers. Some high-level languages like Fortran, COBOL and BASIC were developed and used as the main programming languages. Some of the computers designed using transistors were GE635 and IBM 1400 series. These are the examples of second generation computers. Due to the efforts made to design small-sized computers, with high speed and reliability resulted in the invention of integrated circuits, which replaced the use of transistors. Yes, the name of the third generation computer is integrated circuits. A change was brought in the IT industry by the introduction of integrated circuits. Computers became very small because a single IC could have many transistors, capacitors, and resistors. IBM 360 series is a famous third generation computer. Next, fourth generation computers. The development of the IC chip, which contains the whole CPU in it, lead to the evaluation of fourth generation computers. These IC chips, which contained the whole CPU in it, are called microprocessors, and the computers which used these microprocessors are called microcomputers. Microprocessors were also developed during this generation. New input and output devices were introduced. Computers became more reliable and powerful, which gave rise to the development of personal computers, PCs. High-level languages like C++ and C were also used during this period. Example of fourth generation computers are IBM 4341, PUP 11 and Apple 11. Last one, fifth generation computers. The period of fifth generation computer is from 2010 to till date. The fifth generation computers are classified on the basis of both hardware and software, whereas the other computers on hardware only. The main concept to be known in the fifth generation of the computers is the development of artificial intelligence. It means that the computers are designed in such a way that they would be able to speak, listen, and even think. They can perform almost all the functions of a human being. The other concept to be remembered is the expert system. In this concept, the ideas of a specialist in every field is stored in the computer, so that the computer can answer in the same way as that of the specialist. Languages like Java, C, and C++ are used in this generation. So finally, we have 5 generations of computers. Each generation of computers used different components. First generation vacuum tubes, second generation transistors, third generation integrated chips, fourth generation large scale integration, fifth generation ultra large scale integration. Students, I hope you have understood clearly about this topic. If you have any doubt, you are always welcome to ask me. Thank you, children. God bless you. Have a nice day.